Harry Potter awakens from a nightmare wherein Frank Bryce is killed after overhearing Lord Voldemort conspiring with Peter Pettigrew and another man. Harry attends the Quidditch World Cup between Ireland and Bulgaria with Ron Weasley and his family. After the game, Death Eaters terrorize the camp, and the man who appeared in Harry's dream summons the Dark Mark, which is the mark of Voldemort and Death Eaters. At Hogwarts, Albus Dumbledore introduces Alistair Mad-Eye Moody as the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, an ex-Auror. Aurors are employed by the Ministry to pursue dark wizards. He also announces that the school will host the legendary event known as the Tri-Wizard Tournament, in which 3 magical schools compete by facing 3 dangerous challenges. The Goblet of Fire selects champions to take part in the competition. Cedric Diggory of Hufflepuff representing Hogwarts, Victor Crumb representing the Durmstrang Institute from Central Europe, and Fleur de la Cour representing Beauxbaton Academy of Magic from France. The Goblet unexpectedly chooses a 4th champion, Harry Potter. Dumbledore cannot pull the underage Harry out of the tournament, as Ministry official Barty Crouch Sr. insists that after being selected, the champions are bound by a contract. For the first task, each champion must retrieve a golden egg guarded by a dragon. Harry succeeds in retrieving the egg, which contains information about the second challenge. Shortly after another event known as the Yule Ball, a formal dance takes place. Harry's crush, Cho Chang, attends with Cedric, and Hermione Granger attends with Victor, making Ron jealous. During the second task, the champions must dive underwater to rescue their mates. Harry comes out in 3rd place, but is placed 2nd behind Cedric due to his moral fiber after saving Fleur's sister, Gabrielle, as well as Ron. Afterwards, Harry discovers the corpse of Barty Crouch Sr. in the forest. Later, while waiting for Dumbledore in his office, Harry discovers a pensieve, which holds Dumbledore's memories. Harry witnesses a trial in which Igor Karkaroff, Durmstrang Institute's headmaster, confesses to the Ministry of Magic names of other Death Eaters after Voldemort's defeat. When he names Severus Snape as one, Dumbledore vouches for Snape's innocence. Snape became a spy against Voldemort before Voldemort's downfall. As Karkaroff named Barty Crouch Jr., a devastated Barty Crouch Sr. imprisons his son in Azkaban. Exiting the pensieve, Harry realizes the man he saw in his dream is Barty Crouch Jr. For the final task, the champions enter a hedge maze and must reach the Tri-Wizard Cup. Victor, under the influence of the Imperious Curse, incapacitates Fleur. After Harry saves Cedric when the maze attacks him, the two claim a draw and together grab the cup, which turns out to be a portkey and transports them to a graveyard where Pettigrew and Voldemort are waiting. Pettigrew kills Cedric with a killing curse and performs a ritual that rejuvenates Voldemort, who then summons the Death Eaters. Voldemort releases Harry in order to beat him in a duel to prove he is the better wizard. Unable to defend himself, Harry tries the Expelliarmus charm at the same moment that Voldemort attempts the killing curse. The beams from their wands entwine, and Voldemort's wand disgorges the last spells it performed. The spirits of the people he murdered materialize in the graveyard, including Harry's parents and Cedric. Voldemort and his Death Eaters are distracted, allowing Harry to escape with Cedric's body by grabbing the portkey. Harry tells Dumbledore that Voldemort returned and killed Cedric. Moody takes Harry back to his office to interrogate him about Lord Voldemort, inadvertently blowing his cover when he asks Harry whether there were others in the graveyard, though Harry never mentioned a graveyard. Moody reveals that he submitted Harry's name to the Goblet of Fire and manipulated Harry throughout the tournament to ensure he would win. Moody attempts to attack Harry, but Dumbledore, Snape, and Minerva McGonagall intervene and subdue him. The teachers force Moody to drink Veritaserum, a truth-telling potion, and he reveals that the real Moody is imprisoned in a magical trunk. The false Moody's Polyjuice potion wears off, revealing him as Barty Crouch Jr. Crouch Jr. is returned to Azkaban. Dumbledore reveals to the students that Voldemort killed Cedric, although the Ministry of Magic opposes the revelation. Later, Dumbledore visits Harry in his dormitory, apologizing to him for the dangers he endured. Harry reveals that he saw his parents in the graveyard. Soon after, all 3 schools bid farewell to each other.